"fuck it, we ball" becomes far more weighty once we account for the pre-existing axiom that is, ball is life. For the latter effectively transforms the former into "fuck it, we live." And what maxim could be more gravely important than that which urges man to persist at all costs?
Oh, holy shit. They just fucking ripped her clothes off.
Fuck it, we'll do both. I'll use my tongue.
I have no idea what's going on. Oh, yes. Yes, brilliant. It's just like a child. All you need to do is beat it hard enough, and it'll work.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
No, not that. No, that was the wrong one. I know, Fandral. That's the fucking point. What the fuck? Oh, that was, no, fuck you. No. I mean, don't hurt her. Are we back? Wait, shit. Did I? Son, I don't care about artificial insemination. I impregnate all my employees naturally. This is a place to be racist towards Asura, goddammit. That's better. Anyway, I'd pick suicide. Only they spent more time thinking about diversity, then the game wouldn't have bugs like this. Shoulda mentioned your name when Jeff Bezos is deep up inside my asshole collecting his $2.50 from me. What the fuck's this red stuff? Why didn't he explode into light and wave goodbye? I can't do shit, I'm stuck. He can't. I'm pressing everything. I can't do anything. He's fucked. Take this out of context. What you're telling me is that these fucking riggers are a problem in our society.
Community has had over the course of these last several years
Of being
and
insane.
be polite. Give them the
Get a 24-inch cock around. Retarded's coming back into fashion. I tried to say it without laughing. Oh shit! Really fucking shitty to me. Oh Jesus, fuck. Only the real connoisseurs will understand this one.
Fuck them kids.
How wide my fucking legs are on this thing. I've ridden a before, it wasn't this wide. His sister drank his balls. By that same standard, Sawman, you're 100% responsible for murdering ESO. Now, I know that a lot of what I said is very non-acceptable in society and stuff. But there's two things I want you to understand. Number one, a lot of what I do is jokes. And number two, I'm allowed to do these racial jokes because I'm actually mixed race. You see, my dad's white.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And my mother's Italian. Well, well, well. The tables have continued to turn to tabling. What up, how you doing? What up, monkey? What up, Dubba? Now, when I say voice actors, I fully intend to ask for people's permission before I turn their voices into AIs, because I can't pay people. I can't pay people for voice acting. The fuck are you talking about? If they're willing to do it for free, sure, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. But you tell me, do you think I'm going to be able to get Josh Strife Hayes to do shit for a video? Absolutely not. Aren't you a rich streamer? I fucking wish I was. But we'll get there in a second. Today is the FAFO stream, which means I fuck around and find out. Just like that 2-bit hooker you hired last week, I'm up for everything except doing your laundry. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't make me be a respectable human being. And with that said, yeah, I'll do some reactions. We'll get there. We'll get there, Filter. But right now, do you need dead people's permission for AI? That's a smart idea, actually, Dubba. That's actually a really bright idea. Is what I'll do is I'll just murder them first, and then I don't need their permission, right? You look like you've been spending the last 2 days in a glory hole stall. At the receiving end, you've been sick. No, worse. So, that's why I'm playing some Macabellum right now. You see, I found it. I have found it. You don't understand this. None of you understand this. Because no one understands me. As a lonely woman on the internet, no one ever understands me. No, this is my trauma dump game. That's what I've decided. This is the game I will go to when it's time to bitch. When it's time for me to get some shit off my chest. To cry like a little fucking girl. This is the game. Can you legally clone Teddy Roosevelt's voice? I don't even know if there's any good recordings of his voice out there. You don't need VAs, just do them all by yourself. Unfortunately, I have to use voice acting because unfortunately I can't sound like everyone else. And it just has that impact. It just has that impact. Shouldn't it be Darkest Dungeon? The problem is Darkest Dungeon requires thinking. This doesn't require me to think. This is second nature to me. A new season has started. They gave the mountain anti-aerial capabilities. It's the shittiest Titan unit in the game. And I've been vegetating for the last 4 fucking days. Not doing anything because I'm too fucking burned out to do anything properly. And I've just been sitting here with my fucking thumb up my ass, trying to theory craft out a working build, a Sisyphean task, a working build for a unit that just sucks dick because it kind of feels like it mirrors my fucking life sometimes. That's why. So yeah, this is gonna be one of those streams where I tell you my story about how the mean man in the office touched me. No. So, this whole of last week sucked fucking dick for me. It was terrible. And I'm gonna tell you about it. Because it ruined my fucking ability to stream. And there's very little in life that pisses me off more than when something fucks with my ability to stream. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but like, holy Jesus. There's something so upsetting to me about that. What's up, Wojciech? So, I've spoken about this before on stream. I've talked about what's happened where I kind of employ someone, right? I'll give you a quick rundown. So for the last 4 years, I've been employing someone to work in my house. Not because I need someone to do that, but because I felt like I owed them. Right? So when I was growing up, I we just fucking suicided each other's units. I essentially had 2 moms, right? My own mom, and then a woman who was there with my mom, who wanted to work for my mom and no one else, before I was even fucking born. Because a long, long time ago when my mom came to this country, she was originally from Zambia, she met someone here who needed help. And they basically came to my mom and said, look, I need you to smuggle me across certain borders that are not allowed during the apartheid days. Because if you don't, I'm going to be stuck in this fucking village forever. And I'm going to be forced to marry some 80-year-old, old-ass fucking man with 4 wives. And my village leaders have told me either I'm going to marry this 80-year-old man or, they're going to kill me. right? They like to do that. And that's not a quick death. They used to do, well, they still do it. They do something called necklacing, right? And you can Google what this fucking practice is. That's not the point. So my mom, being my mom at the time, was like, all right, bet, hop in the boot. And my mom smuggled this person away from their fucking village and into her life permanently. So this person kind of like always worked for my family, whether we could afford to pay them or not. And she was kind of like a second mom to me. She was a black woman, very traditional. Hated black men. Fucking hated them. This hatred was born of the fact that she married a black dude who then became an alcoholic. And she felt it ruined her life. And after that point, she like, you know, she turned into fucking Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. So a long while back actually, almost 10 years ago now, she died of lung cancer, unfortunately. Real bitch on that one. Wait, hold on. Mountain, I'm gonna need to do that on turn 4, so we'll just sit here. The fuck is this game? This is strategy games for old people, Faith. This, like, you know how old Chinese people sit around and play mahjong? And you know how old white people sit around and play chess? In the future, this is millennial chess. Right? You don't have the APM. Yeah, your carpal tunnel's acting up. Right? You can't make any bad jokes about your wife because that's illegal now. That was for the boomers. Yeah, it's literally retirement RTS. This is my trauma dump game, basically. So, this woman's basically been working for my family since before I was born. Whether we could afford to pay her or not, because, you know, there were certain points when we didn't have much. Remember Homeworld? That's the RTS. Homeworld was a fucking... God, I haven't thought about Homeworld in forever. It's one of the only games that my dad actually bought me when he realized I liked video games. Lasted about a week before he snapped that disc. It was cool. So, but I do still remember the game. So, this woman worked for my family, whether we could pay or not. She refused to abandon us. She was basically a second mom to me, right? So, she had kids. What's up, Jarek? How you doing? She had a kid who basically I've known since I was a kid. Now, she'd grown up and had her own family. And about 4 years ago, she didn't have a job. She didn't have anything, basically. I didn't need to hire this person, but I felt an obligation to do so. Right? I felt a fundamental obligation to do so because her mother helped raise me. And I know that's some real white people shit. I know that. That's deeply ingrained in white people to feel generational guilt. It's just what we are. So I hired this person. My mate died from AIDS. Well, you shouldn't have had sex with her then, Jarek Dan. God damn, dude. Well, 2 did. Stop having sex with your mates. It's that simple. What the fuck, dude? But basically, right, fundamentally, I hired this woman. Okay, we want to get that on a turn 1. Then, what are we dealing with? I think we want to get range on this, actually. We probably want to get, where is it? Extended range. Can I crank out an extended range? I can, in the worst way possible, and it's very important that I do to try and get this unit upgraded as quickly as possible. So we're going to do that. And then we will drop these here so that these units stay in place. Right, so this is the part of the story I've now told before. The continuation that I told recently was that her family started trying to threaten me. Well, actually, her family started threatening her. Now, for anyone who's not aware of how my country works, how South Africa fundamentally works as a country, there are certain very deep cultural elements, or what I like to personally call levels of fucking retardation. Yeah, filters got it. So, this poor fucking unit's gonna die for nothing. I should have round forward. It's always round 4 and I went around early. That was my mistake. So, her family starts threatening her over what anyone with half a fucking brain. I only played 1v1 Mechabellum, so I was confused when I saw it. Dice, Brawl is the best mode because it's the most chaotic. Play this fucking game in Brawl. 1v1 is a sham. 1v1 is for thinking. Brawl is for chaos. It's Mechabellum. So, her family starts threatening her for the dumbest reason imaginable. She has a son. What's up, Soul Man? How you doing? And her son is about to graduate high school. And now that's not very cash money according to them. Because all the people who she reconnected with because she wanted to be part of a big family back in her village are like, only white people do that. Only white people go back and graduate high school. This is an affront to our culture and our heritage. And as such, we are going to find you and your son and kill you. That's legitimately what they said. So as you can imagine, this poor woman's in fucking hysterics about this. I'm telling her, look, you're fine, you're safe. I've secured this house. No one's getting into this fucking house. What's up, Lord Fitner? So, I secure the house. Everything's fine. I think, okay, it's fine. It's settled. There's nothing bad happening. And she keeps on being fucking hysterical. First time ever graduate employee rates are higher than non-college graduate rates. Does she stay with you? She did. Jarek Dan. We're going to get to that. We're going to get there. So this is the part of the story where I get involved now. Right? She tells me that they've been doing black magic. They've been trying to kill her son using black magic, you know. This is a real thing in my country. They'll like fucking shake a chicken over a fire and think that someone's gonna die. They legitimately think that. Now, obviously, surprisingly, shockingly, this is not working. And according to them and her family, the black magic's not working because of the white man. His white skin is making him immune to the black magic. And so now they're messaging me. How the fuck they got my phone number, I don't know. But they're sending me death threats saying that they're gonna come fucking kill me and stuff. Because I'm blocking their black magic from working. Because apparently white people just aren't affected by that. It's why the British could take over the world, by the way. Like, the British showed up with flags and guns, and then the locals were like, ha, I've got you, white man. And they were like, wait, why isn't this working? And some British guy with fucked up teeth was like, oh my, the fucking natives are waving their hands at me. I wonder why, Jeffrey. And that cleared out most of Africa. right? The British came down here and they shot the locals. The French came down here and they fucked the locals. And when the Belgians got here, the British and the French started looking like the good guys.
Magic woman. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see that she's a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me.
Oh, God. That sounds so bad in Clarkson's voice. It's black magic. They should make more white magic. Exactly, Pedro. They couldn't understand that concept, right? But they've been practicing black magic for hundreds of years. White magic, that's a new thing. That one's too hard to figure out right now. So, essentially, they've been sending me like a ton of fucking death threats. They've been saying they're gonna come kill me. They've been saying like all this crazy shit. For the most part, I went to the police, got a bunch of restriction orders. You know, I did the right thing. I went the legal pathway. I went and did the fundamentally legal thing. That is good to do. Who's in the lead? Blue's in the lead. That means I need to fuck up Blue's units. Let's do that. We need to do that. And can I get away with one of these? No, I can't. So, for the last few months.
Next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Yeah. Well, I stand up next to a mountain and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I pick up all pieces and make an island. Might even raise a little sand.
What the fuck? I'm so glad that I made the TTS so expensive so that it burns the fuck out as quickly as possible, so man. Have you ever had a song give you a semi? Absolutely not. So anyway. That's also because I don't put the speakers up my ass, super. So, this woman who's like working for me, who I've been supporting, is now in fucking hysterics. She's worried about her kid. She's worried about her family. Her family sending death threats all the fucking time. I've taken out restriction orders. I've dealt with lawyers. I've wasted what little good money I had on legal shit, which, as you can imagine, is the most frustrating thing in the world because it feels like such a waste of money for nothing. Now, I said something the last time I mentioned this story, and I said something incredibly fucking stupid. I said, I think I'm safe because, as far as I'm aware, most of these people live like the village life, and they live like a long fucking distance away from where I currently live. Rip spaghetti, my poor mountain. It's gonna die this turn, but next turn we'll be able to fight back against things in the sky. So, I thought I was safe because of the distance and the fact that these people have no money. No Guild Wars 2 tonight. I'm not in the right headspace, memories. If this is not for you, this is just me bitching. So, like, I completely understand if you got better things to do. Let me be your lawyer. I'll do it for half the price, and it's a 50-50 anyway. I promise you, you need like a local lawyer for this shit. So, for a while now, this guy might win before this build takes off. This is why I say the mountain's such a fucking dog shit unit, and I've been trying to make it work, and it just doesn't. It's so bad. Oh my god, this is fucking huge groupings. We'll do that, we'll do this, do that.
Take a sip from my secret potion.
Put that.
I'll make you fall in love. For a spell that can't be broken.
Yeah, there it is.
One drop should be enough. Boy, you belong to me. I got the recipe. And it's called black magic. And it's called black magic.
The fuck is that? That's,
Take a sip.
Is that the fucking Princess Frog one?
And you'll be mine.
With one of the best fucking villains ever.
It'll keep you up all night.
Are they trying to ban you from TTS? Well, it looks like Sawman's doing his absolute best.
I got the recipe.
It's fine. Eventually the free TTS runs out and then all of you get scammed. And I'm just gonna say this is Sawman's fault. So, these threats have been going on for a while now. I don't think much of it. It kind of just becomes the new normal to me. I'm kind of like, fuck it. It's gonna happen. These fucking morons are never stopping. This is just what's the regular case now. I'm gonna have to deal with this being, you know, what's considered normal. Now, what I didn't know at the time was that the person inside my house was already compromised. What I didn't understand at the time was that the person who I've employed for 4 years, who's been around my kid, been around my family, was in on this shit the whole time. I fucking called it. Yeah, there we go. You called it last time and you were right. You were right. So, she realized that, well, this is kind of how I figured this out. The death threat shifted that they were sending. This wasn't just like the regular normal stuff. This became, give us money and we'll go away. And now at the time, I figured this person in my house is just hysterical. They're just freaking the fuck out. So she was like, give them money, please just give them money, they'll go away and they don't have to deal with it, please God. And unfortunately, I understand how this works in my country. If you give someone like that money, they're going to be back next week. You know that sign at the zoo that says like, don't feed the animals? Yeah, that shit's real. They will be back. So I decide I'm not giving in to any of this. I'm not giving in to any of this shit. Fuck this. It's not my fucking problem. Fuck off. You want someone to pay for your shit? Get fucked. You'll find someone else to pay for your shit, not me. And so now this isn't working. There we go. So man's just copy pastaing shit all day long.
Flames with a little lie. Then turn your cheek until the fire dies. The skin, it peels like the truth away. What it was, I will never say. Bite your tongue. Swear to keep your mouth shut. Make up something. Make up something good. Holding hands, skipping like a stone.
What the fuck even is this?
Burn to ash and bone. Burn the witch. Burn to ash.
The TTS is just making this sound like you're writing a manifesto, so man. Like we're gonna see you on the news next week. Local UK man stabs one person before being taken down by other person who stabs them. So, was she shaking chickens too? No, so she was in on the scam. She was, her family and her were trying to like scare the bejesus out of me and get me to give them money, right? Money I don't even have. Like they were like, give us 100,000 rand. I'm like, bitch, if I had 100,000 rand, I wouldn't be living in a fucking crack house. What's wrong with you? So like, I'm sitting like getting used to these like death threats and these messages, and I just block a new number every week and a new fucking message that comes through, and eventually they realize this is not working, so they switch tactics. Right? Now, as you can imagine, I've been like kitting my crack house out however I could. Streaming actually taught me a valuable skill, and I can't fucking believe I'm saying this. Streaming taught me such a valuable skill that saved my ass in the last week. I set up cameras inside my house. And And so this person who's now living in my house has been around my kid, is around the people I love, starts accusing me, and this started small. I figured she was just having a mental breakdown at first, but now I understand this was a full-blown scam, right? She starts accusing me of wanting to kill her. And I'm like, that's, what the fuck? Where the fuck does that come from? Well, you know what, she doesn't speak English that good, so maybe she's saying her family wants to kill her, and I'm just not understanding. Because, like, you know, I'm not comprehending what she's saying. Je ne pas comprends. So, I think to myself, okay, calm down. I get her to calm down. I'm like, I've never said that about you. I'm never going to say that about you. I'm not going to say bad shit like that ever about you. Calm down. It's okay. Nothing bad's going to happen. The problem goes away for a week. Last week, she does it again. She starts accusing me of wanting to kill her. Can you do an impression? You want to kill me? I hear you speaking about me behind my back. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never said a bad word about you ever. Your mother literally raised me. Your mother was there for me when mine wasn't. Because mine was like at work or whatever the fuck. I would never say any shit like that about you, ever. So, last week, I think it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, whenever I posted the message in the Discord, I posted it the day afterwards. She did something I fucking can't believe a human being could ever do. She tried to do... God, what's the name of the movie? I'm forgetting the name of the movie. She tried to do a fight club on me. Thanks for the follow, Illusion. She tried to do a fucking fight club on me. No, not cruel. That's fucked up, so man. You know the scene in The Office where the dude beats himself up? So she's screaming at me in front of my wife and kid, hitting herself, causing herself like physical harm and shit, screaming, no, please stop, I don't want to die, all of this shit. And I'm like on the other side of the room while she's doing this, and she's like slamming herself against walls and hitting herself and stuff like this. And I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? Now, I can't do another impression because I'll break everything around me. But she's like literally screaming and shaking and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What kind of, like, did the black magic work? Like, at the time, I was stunned. And then, like, halfway through, I registered. Holy fuck. She's in on it. She has to be in on it. And then, get this. I pull out my phone. Right? And I pulled out my phone because I got a message. But the second she saw me pull out my phone, she stands back up, dusts herself off, and walks out the door. Like nothing fucking happened. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at here? She came back later with the police. The police are pretty much ready to, like, you know, do what they need to do. You know, evil white man has now abused the poor black slave. Oh, it's just another episode of Django Unchained. And me, Mr. Police Officer, I'm Django. No. Actually, the police were actually pretty good. The police were pretty fucking solid. I could tell that the constable who showed up, because, like, I could tell they weren't taking it seriously because only one constable showed up. One guy showed up and he looked bored out of his fucking mind. Right? He was actually pretty solid, this guy. And he was like, sir, you have been accused of beating the domestic. I am here to get your side of the story. And if there's no countermanding of this situation, I'm going to have to take you to the police station. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to go to the police station. I don't want to spend a night in jail or whatever the fuck. I'm so thankful I set up cameras over my house. So I'm like, I'll go one better for you, bud. And I show him the video. I show him the video of what she was doing. And the worst part was, he didn't even blink. That accent is a mix of Nigerian and the Antwerp. No, it's not. It's actually how black people sound down here. It's the Zulu accent, right? Now I can't believe this. I cannot believe how like bored this guy was. Like I would think like this guy's seeing some fucking primetime drama. My life's falling apart. My adrenaline's spiking. I'm fucking shaking. There's a police officer at my goddamn house. Yeah, I knew I was gonna fucking die there. Rip in spaghetti. I keep saying this. The Mountain is such an underplayed, underused, worthless fucking Titan unit. This piece of shit right here looks so cool. And it's so fucking worthless if you play it wrong. God, this unit needs a buff so bad. So this is the, like, I'm fucking traumatized. I'm trying to keep my family safe. I'm stressing the fuck out. So I'm showing this cop, like my hands are fucking shaking. Cause I'm like, I don't want to go to prison. Please God, I don't want to go to prison. Wait, can we legally watch it too? I'll get there. So I'm showing this cop this. The cop's like, sir, I'm going to need you to contact a lawyer. I'm going to need you to collect all evidence because a restriction order has been taken out against you. And this is obviously a false claim and this person is wasting my time. Now, she came back to the house with this police officer, right? I started showing him the video footage of what was going down. By the time he was done viewing it, she had literally walked away. She had literally walked down the fucking road and turned the corner. This cop had to go get in his car and go pick her the fuck up. She literally tried to walk away from what she just did. She didn't even run. She walked. So, cop's like, I need you to keep all this video footage. I need you to record every phone call you go through. I need a timeline of events. I need you to come down to the police station to take out an affidavit against this person who's now taken out a restriction order on you to say that this is bullshit. I need you... Oh, thank God. Training spec is usually better for Mountain. I just got to remember, turn 4 Mountain, not turn 3. What's up, Flanders? How you doing? It's been a little while. How are you finding this game? I love this game. This is my trauma dump game. I've been playing it non-stop for the last 4 days, trying to deal with my life falling the fuck apart. Right? So, I think this is the end of it now. I think, okay, it's over now. I have video footage. I literally have video footage of this person fucking ruining my life, or trying to ruin my life. I'm okay. everything's gonna be okay. Man, I'm fucking stupid. I'm so fucking stupid to think that. Holy shit. Someone needs to put a medal around my neck and call me fucking Captain Dumbass every day of my life so I never forget what a fucking retard I am sometimes. Because I thought it was finally over. It was not, in fact, over. I feel for your wife. She must be terrible. Yeah, she's been going through it. But we'll get there. We'll get there, Wojciech. So, I have to contact a lawyer. I talk about it. I talk about this with a lawyer. Lawyers like, it doesn't matter that you got video footage of whatever the fuck is going on here, right? Grounds for dismissal. What this person's gonna do is they're likely going to find themselves a lawyer. If you've now dismissed or fired or whatever the fuck, and I haven't said those words, I haven't said the words "you're fired," so I'm not Donald Trump, so I'm fine. I'm fine for now. The lawyer's like, what they're going to do is they're going to find a labor lawyer who's going to work pro bono. That's very likely the case. They're going to come after you and they're going to try and drag you through the courts to try and ruin your fucking life, ruin your job, ruin any spare time you have, cause you emotional distress. I've seen this before. It's happened like 7 times this week. Right? Now, apparently this lawyer sees this shit a lot. And he's like, so this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna draw up a contract that is not her being fired, and it's not, it's not her quitting. It's a mutual separation agreement, in which you are going to pay her out whatever's owed to her through a system in my country called UIF, which is Unemployment Insurance Fund, right? So you have a job, you get insurance on your job, you fail that, they pay you out. My lawyer, the guy I hired, is like, it's going to be easier on your life if you get this person to sign this piece of fucking paper and bribe them to leave you alone legally, basically. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. I fucking hate that. That's literally what he said. They'll probably still try to fuck you with you. No, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Sarah. The story's not over. No. You thought this was over? Don't pay your shit. Unfortunately, under the country... I live in a country, and this is why I want to fucking leave. I live in a country that protects the criminal, not the person being robbed. It's a common occurrence. I live in a country where they will fuck you as hard as they can. And one of the ways they fuck you is if there's a criminal who does some bad shit in the country, the law will protect them, not you. So, I love knowing America also does that, and Canada. So, wait, you can get out of this trap. Hold on, we're gonna get there. Right? Miranda, we're talking about... I've spoken about this before. Someone's gonna have to catch you up, or you just go back in the VOD. This doesn't matter. This is just me trauma dumping. Don't worry about it. So... lawyers now told me, essentially, you want to come to a mutual separation agreement. If you try and fire her because of the way the laws in the country work, if you do that, the laws are going to protect her, and you're going to get into deep shit. Right? Some piece of shit lawyer is going to come for you, your little crack house, and fuck your family up. So just pay this legal bribe bullshit and be done with it. And now I'm pretty fucking mad. How much is the bribe? The bribe is calculated essentially off of how long she's worked, how many months she's worked for, her hourly wage, right? So essentially, I'm paying her out over 6 months of pay. Over 6 months. In one go. Which is, granted, much less than what her family was trying to get out of me. Doesn't the UIF pay it, not you? No. Not under this system, not under the grounds for dismissal, not under her specific contract, and so on and so forth, based on the law, blah, blah, blah. That's just how it works, because it has to come from me. Right? Empathy, not even once. Man, you know what? Empathy is such a fucking white people thing. I need to stop being a white person. This whole shit where I think that, like, because I owed this one person in the past, I now owe their relative or something. I need to stop that shit. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever done. Holy shit. And I keep doing it. I keep thinking, you know what? This person who's related to this person must be the same. No. No. Holy fucking shit, we're learning lessons here today. I'm a fucking dumbass. I'm a fucking Captain Ricky Retardo for this shit. Forever letting this fly. And I'm willing to accept fault for that, because it's 100% my fault. So, as things go, I think to myself, okay, I'll try and get the mutual separation agreement done. I just want this fucking person out of my life. Pay her in cash, but in small change, and then see how far she gets. You know what? As entertaining as that would be, there are laws against that in my country. It's called malicious compliance. And again, I'm white. I will go to prison. I will have a big black boyfriend within the first week in prison. Right? So I'm just going to do everything through the legal process, as fucked as the legal process is, and get this person the fuck out of my life. So, lawyer's like, okay, I got you, fam. I'm going to draw up this contract for you. You're going to get this person a sign. They're going to be the fuck out of your life. They're never going to come back on your property. As of now, they cannot come back to your property. They've proven to be a threat. They've lied. They've done all this shit. You've logged all the complaints, so you are legally now allowed to not let them live on your property. Wherever the fuck they go right now, that's not your problem. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Holy shit. I've got like a 2-year-old. I've got a kid. She's 2. Now I have a fucking demon walking around my house? Absolutely not. So, lawyers in the process of drafting this up. Jumping through all the legal loopholes and the hurdles and doing all the shit that I can't do and that he needs to do because, you know, lawyer do paper good. Make legalese sound nice. Fine. Make sure no loophole. Me make sure butthole stay intact. Butthole stay intact good. Oscar Pistorius' defense. No, that only worked because the woman he shot was white. So, man, if he shot a black woman, that fucking guy would be in prison so fast. Holy shit. The court looked at that and he was like, it was a white one. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No, that one, the white on white crime. It's like cream on cream, no difference. Pretty much reverse apartheid, right? That's kind of the state we live under right now. So, this was Thursday, I think, when I was like posting in the Discord. I'm like, streams are going to be a little bit more infrequent for a while. Streams are going to get bad because I have to now fucking take time out of my life to go deal with this shit instead of like getting to stream, getting to do my job, being with my family. So that fucking sucked. Then something magical started happening. So I've never revealed this before. I don't think I have, at least. I might have actually said it to you. I can't. If I did, I don't remember. I will claim negligence. You know, the same way a black mother leaves the stove on around their child who burns their hand and then just claims negligence. But there's a reason I kind of stream through the night, right? One of the reasons I stream through the night is because I don't live in a very safe neighborhood. I have to be awake at night. So that if someone's like breaking into my house, if someone's like fucking up my house, I'm awake and I'm ready to hop downstairs and do some shit. Security takes 5 minutes to get here. 5-10 minutes to get here. And that's a security guard, right? That's one guy. There's like 5 people outside my house. I'm fucked. Well, what? They're gonna hold me down? Go ahead, call the security. They can't unrape you. No thanks. You think I want that? Alas, a schizo with a shotgun is the best security. Why do you think... I've told you this before. I've said this on stream. I have a neighbor, Long Dick Johnson. I still don't know the guy's name. I've had so many conversations with him at this point. He wanders around the neighborhood most of the time at night with a big fucking shotgun and a small pair of boxes that I wish he would get that would be longer. This guy's fucking cock is pressed up against his boxes, and it's more scary than the gun in his hand. Any day of the week, I'm more terrified of what's in his pants than what's in his hands. God forbid he takes what's in his pants and puts it in his hands. All right. He wanders around the neighborhood at night, you know, kind of patrolling the area, and I kind of understand it.
Hello, niggers.
What up, Edward? So, I'm up at night as well. Mostly because if something happens, unsafe neighborhood, there's break-ins all the time, people get their shit stolen. I mean, fuck it, Long Dick Johnson got his fucking water stolen when our water got turned off. Which made no sense because the water they were providing to the neighborhood was free, like down the road. But anyway, I stay up at night, keep myself safe. I can hear what the fuck's going down, going on outside my gate. I can grab a weapon. I can do whatever I need to defend my family if it comes down to that. Hopefully it never does. And I hope it never does. I never want to see that shit ever. Ah, God, what do I get here? Oof, I need this. I need gun-launched missiles. Oh, I can get gun-launched missiles. I just need to get rid of one of these. And then I will spaghetti drop on that. And we'll see if we can try and get that mid-tower. We'll go there. So... I hear they have guard ostriches in South Africa. Is that true? Yes, but only on farms. Ostriches are surprisingly territorial and you can train them to like you. So, like, you can get that to work, right? Most dogs are better. Let's just be honest, dogs are better. I'll look at it now, Super. So, Thursday. I post in the Discord. Things are going to be fucked for a while. I'm not going to be streaming for a bit. Streams are going to be intermittent because now I'm doing the legalese dance I never wanted to fucking do in the first place. I stay up Thursday night. I don't stream. I do my job because now I've wasted the entire fucking day. The entire fucking day I've wasted. Talking to a lawyer, getting a contract fucking signed up, wasting a bunch of savings just to talk to this motherfucker. And then I hear something outside my house. And now I'm not thinking. I'm tired. I've been up for 24 hours at this point. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm pissed off. I'm fucking not in a good place, right? My wife's fucking having the worst time of her life. She's like, why the fuck are we here? We need to get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yes, we do. I'm seriously considering like sending her and my kid to go live in Greece with like her family over there until this is resolved. So I'm in a bad place mentally. I hear a car outside my house at like 1 in the fucking morning. I look out my window. There's a car parked outside my gate. 3 dudes getting out of it. The first thing I do is I message my neighbor, Long Dick Johnson. Right, I didn't message him directly. I've got, like, we're in like the community group thing, and I know his phone number and his profile picture, but I still don't know his name. So I just like scrolled up in the group. I was like, yo, you gotta get outside right now. There's like 3 dudes outside my house. Captain fucking Underpants was there for me. I was so, oh God, I was relieved he was there. But I was furious at the time. Like, I didn't think about this. I didn't do this logically. And I realized that I may have fucking, like, died doing the dumbest shit imaginable. But I grabbed the garden machete that I had. I didn't think, like, let me go get the non-lethal gas-powered gun downstairs. Let me walk through my house. I was like, I'm in the garage. There's a machete in the garage. I'm grabbing the fucking machete. And I'm pissed at this point. So Long Dick Johnson is already running up the road, gun in hand. And I'm like opening my gate, right? And running at these guys with a machete because they'd parked up the road and they were like walking down the road. These guys turned the fuck around, got in their car and drove off. They kind of shit themselves a little bit. Ah, fuck, I should have upgraded. That's fine. I can blast all that on the next turn. They fuck off. I think, okay, they got the message. Maybe this was unrelated. Maybe this had nothing to do with this person who's now fucking stabbed me in the fucking back. I get an SMS from an unknown number saying this is going to keep on happening. So I'm up again. Friday night. It's 1 in the morning. Car shows up. 3 people get out. Long Dick Johnson's already ready. He's informed the security in the neighborhood that these motherfuckers are here. Security pulls up. They don't even get out the car. They just speed off. I'm like, okay, this has happened twice now. They failed. Right? Security's like dead fucking aware of what's happening. Right? Because I had a conversation with them on the second night. I like waved them down. I was like, yo, just so you know, they're going to come back. Blah, blah, blah. All of this shit. They're probably coming back again. Saturday night. And now, keep in mind, I tell my wife none of this. My wife's already stressed the fuck out enough, right? I'm not going to tell her shit. She knows now, but like back at the time, I didn't tell her. Again, they show up. They pull the fuck up on the house again. One in the morning. These pieces of shit. These human fecal matter bunkers of septic tank goddamn fucking garbage show up at my house again. As you can imagine, I'm fucking pissed the fuck off now. I'm angry. God, I want to fucking do something. And that's when I register. Actually, that's a lie. I didn't register it at all. The security guards showed up. The security guards grabbed him, dragged him off to the police station, right? And one of the security guards stayed behind. Buthelezi. That was his tag. Buthelezi. I told Buthelezi about the whole story. And he made me realize something, right? It's a lie that I realized it by myself. He told me. He said what was happening here was these 3 guys wanted you to pull out a gun and shoot at them. They wanted you to like cause some kind of damage that wouldn't kill them, but would be physical damage and as evidence that you are a dangerous, crazy person that they can then take to a police officer and get you arrested, get you thrown out your house, ruin your fucking life. So that's why they kept on showing up and then disappearing, according to him. Now, I believe his theory. I don't know how true it is or not, but I believe his theory. Because otherwise, I mean, it's 3 dudes. Why didn't they just fucking go for it? So these guys are now arrested. I'm going to press charges. I'm going to make sure they suffer as much as possible. I'm willing to be as malicious as possible with them. I've now had to spend today going back and forth with this fucking lawyer, being like, how the fuck do I give this person and their family nothing? How do I give them nothing? Track the unknown number. There's something called Popia in my country, Happy. I already tried that. So go look at Popia in South Africa. It's a thing that protects anyone's phone number. That means that I can't get a hold of their information, ever. That's not allowed. Already tried that. Went down that route. I'm not kidding. I've gone down every fucking route possible. Anything you can think about, I have done. To try and get these fucking people away from my life and my family and all this other shit. So now I'm in a conversation with this lawyer. Have you tried to kill them? No, because then I go to prison. Did you try fucking their mothers? I don't want to fuck their mothers. Their mothers probably fucking stink. I don't want to go near that. Think I want to go near some ratchet ass, can't afford a shower, stank ass pussy? No, thank you. If I wanted that, I'd go have sex with Asmongold. But no. So, contact the lawyer. I'm like, yo, there's got to be something I can fucking do. This is ridiculous. I can't live like this. I don't want to give this person any fucking money. They don't deserve shit. They're ruining my goddamn life. How do I get them out of my life forever and ever, amen, and give them nothing? And do you know what the lawyer tells me? Do you know what the lawyer tells me? Unless you can prove beyond circumstantial evidence that this person was involved in those 3 people showing up, this changes nothing. Literally changes nothing. So he's like, he said, I'm not going to waste any more of your money. We can go through the whole rigmarole of trying to draw up all this other stuff and draw up a new contract or try and accuse them of all this shit. But understand that this is going to cost money. So I'm going to keep drawing up this contract. You're going to get them to sign this contract and get them the fuck out of your life. Is the lawyer in on it too? No, the lawyer's correct. The lawyer's doing lawyer things, and he's probably 100% correct. And the lawyer has to keep on like reminding me, like if I take any action, because I am the employer. Who's cleaning now? Me and my wife. Like we always could do it alone. We were taking care of this person because I felt I owed them. We never needed someone to do the cleaning for us, Jarek Dan. We would do it like we were fine by ourselves. We always were. We just had this person because I felt like I needed to, like I felt some white people guilt there, like I needed to take care of this person because their mom took care of me when I was a kid. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Phantom Race. We're not going to kill them all. I need more. Okay, so now my mountain's kitted out. So now I need to get the photon loop, and then I can start kicking the shit out of these by getting a bunch of different mountains around this one. So lawyers like, this changes nothing. I'm going to still draw up the contract. I can draw up a new one, but it's going to cost you a whole new bunch of set of money. Just wait for me to draw this shit up. Get them to sign it. If they don't sign it, that means that they are leaving and you do not owe them shit because they've chosen to leave the job. That's what he's telling me, right? You don't owe them shit if they actively decide I'm leaving. turns out the worst, like, I didn't know this, but it turns out the worst thing you can say as an employee is, you can't fire me because I quit. No, you want people to fire you, apparently. Apparently that's a thing. So I'm like, all right, okay, fine. Fine. We'll still do it that way. So right now, I'm still getting fucking messages. I'm still getting things saying shit like, I'm coming for you, and whatever the fuck else. And I'm just saving it all. But it's all, apparently it's all still just circumstantial. It's circumstantial. Peh. Doesn't fucking matter, according to that lawyer. And he's right. The problem is he's right. And he's like, you as the employer are the devil. And you've got to understand that the way the law works is, oh, the poor widow employee. Oh, it's such a shame that the big bad man who employs you did the bad. Oh, let me kiss the poo-poo. Like, that's how it works, right? So I'm fucked because I'm the employer, not the employee. I'm the devil in this situation. You said, if I remember correctly, that she's a bit retarded. She's a bit retarded. Like, okay, this is... okay, functionally, she's retarded. Allah. She's actually retarded. Like, her mom took her for an IQ test, and her IQ was below 65. Like, medically speaking, she is functionally retarded. Not even as like a joke, not even as like an insult. She is actually retarded. I'm the devil. Well, you are. I mean, exactly. So, I wouldn't pay anything. Well, then, Jack, be prepared to go to fucking prison. Be prepared for them to pull it out of your bank account instead. Because apparently they can fucking do that now. Apparently they can pull all that shit, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what's going on. Below 65, how old is she? She is now 42. She has to go to the CCMA. She's already done that. She's gone to the CCMA. She's cried about it. Is she hot? Fuck no. Ew. Fucking ew. No. You want to fucking retard? What's wrong with you? Can you bankrupt or close business instead of firing? No, I don't want to do that. Specifically because I'd like to take what I've got, build it up to something, and then move somewhere else with it. 42. Can she even legally consent to sex? Doesn't matter. Retardation doesn't actually matter. See what I mean when I say the mountain build is fucking dog shit? Like, I've been trying to make this thing work so much, and it just doesn't, man. God, what a bad build. So, now, Captain Retardo is out there ruining my fucking life. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to play by the rules according to the lawyer. And even the lawyer, like, he even brought someone else in, right? And they had, like, 3 labor lawyers all just talking to me, being like, you can't do this because I'm sorry, but you're gonna look like the bad guy no matter what. You could go to the police and file an affidavit about all of this, but what's gonna happen is she is going to go out of her way to make it look like you pre-filed that affidavit as an admission of guilt, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently that's a thing. You can go take out an affidavit against her, but you cannot link that affidavit to the people showing up at the house unless you have a direct causal link, like you can prove it without a shadow of a doubt. There's a plausible deniability barrier there. And I do have the video evidence of her throwing herself around being fucking crazy, but apparently that doesn't matter that much. That doesn't mean anything. Do you know why that doesn't mean anything? Do you want to hear why, Jarek Dan? This is my favorite part, where I wanted to throw myself against some fucking walls. The court can argue that she did this out of pure mental distress caused by her employer. That no rational human being would ever behave like this unless they're under extreme levels of mental distress caused by her demonic, evil, satanic employer. She's just an innocent little doe in the snow. I'll roll the fucking dice. Well, you can roll the fucking dice. I've got a family to think about, Jarek Dan. So I'm going to get this person the fuck out of my life. So you would need her messages to and from the village. I would need her messages. I'd need my messages. And here's the thing, Syro, is what they do is they phone each other. I know they phone each other because for the last fucking week, right, I've received like 3 or 4 messages, right, from different numbers each, and 5 million fucking phone calls. Look at that. Look how dog shit the mountain is. God, I'm so mad at this build. Now, you can roll the dice because you don't have a family, Jarek Dan. I have a family to think about. So now, here's the legal case. These are the lawyers playing chess now, right? Here's the legal case they can see. I'm surprised Thorn isn't shouting roll the dice. She kind of was, but she's thinking about her daughter right now. She's thinking about our kid. I cannot blame her. All she's thinking about is how do I keep my kid safe right now. So can you blame her for that? That's why I'm genuinely thinking of sending them to like Greece so that she lives with her family for 3 months, and then I just go fucking scorched earth on this shit. I spend every piece of saving I have. I do everything in my power to be such a fucking bastard. Genuine question. US refugee option. It's race-based, right? Yeah, yes, but like I've signed all of that shit. You got to go for an interview, waiting for the interview, all of that stuff, right? There's a few things that those lawyers have told me to watch out for. The first is these people have proven that they will go out of their way to try and cause me to do something wrong, right? That's what they've wanted this whole time. They couldn't get me to do that. By sheer luck, grace of God, my dumbassery, I somehow got away with not doing anything wrong in the situation. And they've been trying to get me to like do something wrong so they can use that. So now they believe, the lawyers are like, look, she's going to go to the CCMA, she's going to go make you out to be the devil, she's going to find a lawyer to work pro bono, and this is the case they're probably going to build because this is what I would do. What's up, Nodush? How you doing? They're like, she's gonna go to a lawyer. She's going to say you took advantage of a retarded person. Right, in nicer words than that, obviously. You put this person under severe mental distress, and you are Big Satan. You are the big evil white man who needs to die. Right? You've entrapped this person, right, which is not really a thing. Right, but they can say like, oh, you put this person in a case of severe mental distress, and you set up the cameras. No, yes, you're a ginger as well. They'll probably use that one. You've put this person in like a state of severe mental distress, and then what you did was you recorded it to try and make yourself. You premeditated this. That would be one of the arguments they would use. Because all these lawyers were like sitting there like scheming. They were like, fuck, I could hear the music playing. I could hear the synagogue music playing as they spoke about this shit.
I call upon all the oil princes in the server to donate to Rose. Seriously though,
no.
Should we set up a GoFundMe?
No, keep your money, I'll deal with this.
Can't we say the black magic stuff stressed her and not you?
No, but you see, that's also part of it, Filter. That's also part of it. Oh, accusations of black magic are a serious matter in this country. Do you understand how real that is? Oh, you're going to use that as a scapegoat now? You satanic white man, how dare you?
Of a retarded person.
I'm not kidding. These lawyers are like crafting this shit up because they're like
Bill Trumite cock.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Jimmy? God damn it. So, I now have to craft a defense with this lawyer just in case this person tries this shit. Now, on the off chance that I get lucky and I can get this person to sign this thing and fuck off, it's fine. Get yourself a private number and do the same, like blackmail and shit. You know what? I don't have the fucking time to do that, Scourgeforce, because unlike them, I have a job to work. Unlike them, I have a family to fucking feed. Could the lawyer be in on it? Absolutely not. I found him independently. I've worked with them before. I've spoken about this before, actually, Scourgeforce. I spoke to a copyright lawyer, and that cost me like 3,000 Rand for like 30 minutes of the guy's fucking time. Same business is where I got this lawyer from, and like, they know what the fuck they're doing. So the current situation is, me as the big bad evil employer cannot do anything. I'm not allowed to do anything. I just need to get them to sign a contract and fuck off. How much do you have to pay for 6 months? It's not 6 months, it's 4 years I have to pay for it. Jarek Dan. Calculated with leave. Calculated off of an hourly rate. Right, and now... Yeah, yes way. Yes fucking way. That's what they've told me. It's in the contract. I've seen the fucking calculation. I've seen it. They're like 4 years of leave. Roll the fucking dice. You are so adamant about fuck this person over. It's 4 years. I'll pay them out 4 years of leave. And they'll get nothing if they refuse to sign, right? Yes. So this is the thing is I need to I've had them like doing this whole fucking thing where they're building out the contract of whatever that this person needs to sign, and specifically the wording in the contract is you decided to leave the house, you chose to not come back, you fucking you went out of your way to do all this mental distress shit. None of this is my fault. I've done everything as an employer. I've given you an offer, and if you've rejected it, that's what I call not my fucking problem. Right? And I want to do this the right way. I want to do this the white way. Because I don't want to go to fucking prison. Her IQ is 65, yes. But she's got a family around her who will do whatever manipulative shit they can. And they've proven this to get what they want. You want to give her papers to draw her name on? Yes. It doesn't matter. It turns out it doesn't matter, Jarek Dan. If she puts any kind of smiley face or scribble or whatever, that counts. That counts. That's all that matters. Refugee time. I fucking wish. Oh my god, I fucking wish, dude. You have crayons for it? No, she'll have to provide her own crayons. Now, there's a chance she eats them, but that'll also account, I hope that counts at least, as her saying no, and then I can just say, get fucked. I have an idea. It's time you cast your own magic spells. Show them a photo of your fat grandma and tell them she has seen the photos of you guys. If you sign this contract, I will convince you. You know what, Jimmy? I was having like, oh god, okay, this is so bad. Like, no human being should admit to this, right? Like, you should have grown out of this fucking behavior when you hit like 14, right? But you know, like, have you ever had an argument as a kid where like things didn't go your way? And someone outskilled you. They just out-fucking-skilled you because you're a dumbass kid and you don't know any better. And so you go home and you're like sitting there thinking about this while you're trying to fall asleep, and you're like, I should have said that. I should have said that. You know that shit? Like, I was sitting there lying in bed, not able to sleep, at like 2 in the afternoon, thinking to myself, I need to start generating some AI images. I need to start generating some serious AI images and start sending them to them. I think they're fucking dumb enough to believe that they're real. They don't know what AI is. AI for who? And I think I could get away with it. So I seriously considered that option. However, I'm gonna try and do this the right way first. The white way. Because I don't want to give them an inch. I don't want to give them shit. I want to give them zero opportunity to get what the fuck they want. I have a stupid question. Is it smart to announce your intentions live like this? I'm just wondering. So, Green, I spoke about this with the lawyer. I'm not going to do the AI generation thing. I'm saying that I have the thought about it, right? But I'm not going to do it. The only thing I've said currently is I'm going to do everything through the legal process. So it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Oh no, they pull the VOD and they find out that I'm going to go through the legal process. It's one of the reasons I actually feel comfortable talking about this. It doesn't matter if I announce my intentions. It doesn't matter if you share ideas or whatever the fuck. Because one, I think they're too fucking stupid to know what streaming is. There it is. Yeah, burn out that Discord. Burn out that free TTS. Are you gonna look at the stuff I linked? Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me see what filter sends. They're not gonna use the stream against me. Filter. They're not gonna use it against me. Because all I've said currently is I'm gonna go through the current legal process. I'm going to do everything the right way. I'm going to do everything the way that it was intended to be done. And all I've said is all the things that they've currently done factually. What I believe them to have been done. All of this is not something that's admissible in the case because this is just me talking. Does that make sense? This is what's considered. So here, let me draw it out for you while my build fucking falls through the floor here again. This, currently, is what is considered to be a labor dispute, right? A labor dispute is about money, it's about employment, it's about where you're going, what you're doing, all of that shit. What it is not is a dispute about assault or personal matters. And they cannot file one of those, as I found out, because I haven't done anything that would allow them to do that. Thank God. And that's why I say, through the pure fucking grace of my own retardation, somehow I did the right thing all the time and fell for none of their traps. And mostly it's because I think I was too fucking stupid to do that. So, legal labor dispute works like this, right? You can either fire someone, you can come to a mutual agreement, or you can have them leave, right? You can have them quit, right? This person has shown intention to quit. Out of good faith and to make sure that things are settled on a mutual level, you get a mutual separation agreement to sign. If they sign this, they waive all legal rights for fucking suing or attacking me. It means they get the fuck out of my life and they can never come back. If they reject this, with the evidence I currently have, that means it moves to this, because at no point have I said, you're fired, you're this, you're that, whatever the fuck else. This, them rejecting this, is my ideal scenario right now.
Half retard is fine. Semi-retard is okay. A touch of retard is also acceptable. But never, ever go full retard or bald.
It was too late in that last one, so man. Here we go, dude. Her mother literally raised you. You took her into your home when she was in need. This bitch doesn't have a leg to stand on. No, she doesn't. But that doesn't matter in the eyes of the law. All that matters is she was employed for 4 years and now I got rid of her. That's the way the law sees it. All the emotions and fee-fees and what I feel and the fact that I'm stressed out and the fact that I'm having a fucking breakdown every now and then over the fact that the woman who's raised me's kid is now trying to ruin my fucking life, is doing this shit. None of that matters. Feelings don't matter in a court of law. What about my feeling? Your feelings are feeling up woman, Jarek Dan, with your cock, okay? That's different kind of feelings. What's the job contract then? You could use some loopholes. Does she have an email address? No. She doesn't have an email address. All contact is to be kept minimal and separated as much as possible. Only in a professional sense. And that's what makes us such a bitch. The only time I will contact her...
Hear me out. Just go with it. Just listen. What if... I know this is a crazy one, but is there a chance, just a smidge, that you can claim... Just hear me on this one. That you can claim...
I'm waiting.
You are black?
Unfortunately, no. You see, we had this thing in the past, so man. In my country, historically, we had something called the pencil test. You see, where what would happen is if we weren't quite sure what someone's race was, we would take a pencil and we'd put it in their hair. And if the pencil stayed, you were black. Now, legally speaking, they don't do the pencil test anymore. They do the sniff test. Ah, smells white. So it's just apartheid, just in the other direction now, right? So no, not getting away with that one, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's not fucking happening. It smells like a job application. So revealing this all on stream doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change anything. I've double-checked this with lawyers. I've triple-checked this with lawyers. I had a whole fucking conversation with one of those motherfuckers today to make sure of all of this. And he was like, yeah, none of that matters. Don't worry about it. None of that changes shit. Because this is a labor dispute. And they're like, they can't pull it into something that's personal grievances. So thankfully, I'm okay. So they were right, Jews are black. That's the old apartheid government, is everyone you don't like is black. That's how the government used to work. Now it's everyone I don't like is white, right? They just, you know how like, you know how you get that button in like CSGO, change sides, if you're doing LAN? Yeah, same thing. They just click the change sides button and everything just reversed. Wait, do the voice, but say that phrase, please. That would work perfect as a sound club. I'm not sure which phrase you mean. Honestly, I don't know if the US is any better legal-wise. It's much better. Cyro, as many problems as the legal system is in the US, I've been looking into it. Even the lawyers I spoke to, I'm like, is this the same everywhere in the world? And they like laughed. They were like, no. Even they were like, look, it's complicated and it's expensive in other countries, but it's a lot more. They didn't want to say the word fair, but they tried to say it's a lot more balanced. They were trying to use like nice words about it. I had like long conversations with these lawyers. I was very lucky that he didn't like overcharge me for these times. He was just like, I'm on break, so you might as well just talk to me about this. And I was like, okay, thank God. I had to have like a fucking Zoom call with this motherfucker. You know, I did fuck up though with the lawyer. I didn't ask him if he was Jewish. I should have asked him that. That would have got him on my side. Wait, what? I don't find them attractive at all, but neither Indian, Asian. What? I don't even know what the fuck you talk about. Oh, you're just talking about who you want to bang. Okay, that's a you problem, not a me problem. So that's the current situation I'm in. That's where I am right now. If I am not on stream, I want you to understand I am dealing with legal horse shit near non-stop right now. I apologize. I want to lose my fucking mind. I have punched a dent into my fridge over this. I have ripped a door off its hinges over this. I have put holes in the door behind me over this. I have been incredibly fucking mad at this entire situation. Only to learn it's not going to get better, it's just going to get worse before it does. But thankfully, there is a chance that it gets better over the next month. What's up, Keith? How you doing? What did the fridge do to you? The fridge did nothing. That's the worst part, Dubba. I really fucked up as well. Like, I'm really annoyed that I hit the fridge because now when I open the fridge, the light flickers. Is someone trying to rape you legally? Pretty much, yes, Lynx. You got the entire context. That's pretty much it. Was your fridge white too? It's silver. It's a little bit on the old side, but it's a good fridge. Can you show the footage of you punching the fridge? No. Because apparently that counts as emotional distress that may have been caused by the situation. So all direct evidence and stuff like that, I've had to like send over to the lawyer where they're like building a case file. Because the whole idea is they now need to keep an archive of all of this. And this needs to be like stored away. What brand is the fridge? I don't know. Banatu, I don't know. I don't speak Chinese. There's like, it's Chinese writing on the fridge. You're fucking, I don't know, I get shit for cheap. So, there's like a big case file that apparently they just like hold on to in case something happens in the future.
I want daily streams or I'll use black magic on you. Send agents to live with you. Send assassins to your house. Daily streams are 6 months worth of my pay.
Well, don't you know? I have white skin. It doesn't work. No, I'm a demon. Now, understand as well, right, that I completely acknowledge the idea that these people are probably doing like weird black magic shit. I just don't give a fuck. I just hope they keep doing it. I hope they keep wasting their time thinking they can send like a lightning strike to come hit me. I really hope they keep doing that. Because the more time they do, like they spend just doing that, the better my life is, knowing that I'm not dealing with them. What the fuck kind of people are in your group? I don't know what you're talking about, Faith. I don't know what group. I don't have a group anymore. I just have a family I need to fucking protect from this retarded shit. And so like I'm really like, I needed this moment to trauma dump, so I apologize for that. But I'm really in a situation where I'm half thinking, do I go through the legal route of being as aggressive as possible? Or do I just get this person the fuck out of my life as quickly as possible? And that first option is so tempting. God, it's tempting. But it's not the right option. It's really not the right option. Unfortunately. Too bad you don't live in the FF world, because nobody fucks with the white mage. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad, huh? But this is why I play video games. It's because all the crazy shit that happens in video games, you just turn the PC off if it's too much. It's not real. Oh no, my waifu died. Yeah, but it's fine. Just log on to Rule 34. Get some porn. She's there. How's Dune Awakening? You know what? Since this is my fuck around and find out stream, I'm gonna show you why I need to find voice actors.
Now he has alopecia.
Now he has alopecia from hitting his fridge. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know your uncle was Will Smith's wife. I want you to voice act. I've got a very specific role I actually wanted to ask you to do. So, man. Right, we're going to go through the list of things that I'm thinking of. But here. Okay. Now that I've had my trauma dump session, now that I've been a little bitch and cried about all this stuff, I'm going to show you why I want some voice acting stuff done. The Dune video I'm working on is going to be very experimental. It might fucking suck by the time I'm done with it. And we're going to get into the section now, as soon as this Mechabellum match ends and I come last place again, because the Mountain is the worst fucking Titan unit in existence. There is no unit worse than this piece of shit right here. This fucking rust bucket piece of trash. God, what a bad unit it is. Holy Jesus, they could have made this such a good unit and they just fucked it up. I'm so mad about this.
Kamiwami in me. Let it in me, yo.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's fine. You could just burn out. Just remember, at some point, the free TTS does run out and you will get scammed. You will get scammed. And then it's Jova for you. Then you're fucked. And I'm not fixing it. Then you can fucking live with the scam. This is not my problem. As the police officer said to me at the police station when I tried to file an affidavit, it's not my problem. Don't come here with your white people problem. No, actually, I keep on, I don't know why I'm yelling at the police officers. They've done their job. They've done a really good job. They've actually been fucking solid. And the worst part is I feel like these police officers see this shit all the time because they were completely unsurprised by the situation.
I want it to end. I pray for the TTS ending.
Why did last week suck? Did you give WoW a try? No, it was even worse than that. Well, actually, that's debatable. WoW might be worse, bananas. But I spent like literally the last hour and 40 minutes explaining why. So yeah, you're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to hop over to YouTube and hit the rewind button because it turns out that Twitch doesn't like that idea. Twitch doesn't like the idea of you getting a good user experience. It's not really what they really go for on their platform. What they go for is sex with minors. I'm sorry. I mean supporting people who enjoy sex with minors, like her son. So let's move on. We'll move on from there because I need this to be over. I need this shit to be over. I need to have a normal fucking life. I need for my family to be safe. And I just want these people to fuck out my life. I will literally pay to get these people out of my life. I'm gonna have to if they sign the mutual separation agreement, which I'm hoping they don't. But if they do, that's literally all my savings. Gone. That's everything gone. But you know what? It's fucking worth it. It's worth it if these people are no longer in my life. Now, on to the second part of what we're doing today. Since this round is nearly over. I'm going to show you why I need voice actors. And I'm going to explain this to you in a very short clip. Let's see, where is it?
You are a party.
You spelled it wrong. What's wrong with you? Spell it right. Also, put some music in the background. Alexa, play racist songs from Germany, 1942, please. No, God. Yeah, I'm gonna show you now. Just hold on. This round is nearly over. I will be fucking astounded if this build has done anything but waste my time. And I've just been playing this build like in the most self-destructive way possible. I've been spending hours of my life on calls with lawyers, talking to them, playing this game in the most self-destructive, shittiest build way possible. Just because I need something. I needed something. I have a very self-destructive habit with games, by the way. Is this copyrighted? It's not, but this is super gay. Nah, I don't feel like playing that right now. I'm too much in a bad mood.
If you threaten them with black magicians, do you think they would be scarred?
Do you think they would be scared? If I threaten them? If I threaten them in any way at all, Dubba. Here, let me make this clear to you. I don't think you understand this. I don't think you understand this. Like that, this is a first world problem that you motherfuckers don't understand. This is a legally qualified job in my country. Witch doctor is a qualified job ratified by the fucking government as a real thing. So if I was like, you, black magic, that's a threat. That's a threat. Like, first worlders don't understand this. It is enshrined in South African law. It is enshrined in our fucking constitution and our law that witch doctor is an actual job that you can get qualified for. I put 150 hours into Brotato. That's more than any MMO this last 2 months. Oh, so man, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. You gotta pump those numbers way the fuck up, buddy. Don't worry about it. You know what? I don't need a hug. I just need this to be over. It's like a rape. I don't want someone touching me. I just want them to pull their fucking dick out and leave me alone. Just, you know, it's out of me and then it's over. Then I can worry about the stress later. But it's been driving me up the fucking wall. That's what's, like, that's been the last, I don't know, since last week, that's what I've been dealing with. And that's why I'm all over the fucking place. That's why I'm stressed out. That's why I need to, like, not talk to any other streamer or be on their streams or anything like that. Not talk to Muckluck. Act like a fucking spurg again. I don't need to do any of that shit. Because I will act like a retard. I know I will. I know I will go Captain Ricky Retardo on people. And it won't be their fault. It'll be mine. Who we got here? Let's drop one of those there. It's not really going to do much, but yeah, fuck it. Go for that, go for that. We'll get another one down. This is the best this build has ever performed, is not last place. That's how bad this fucking build is. Holy shit. But moving on. I've had my bitch session. I've cried like a little girl now. I've aired out what I can say. And I will leave the remainder of the things that I'm not allowed to yet say until this matter is settled, until another point in time. Has that family ever said anything about the firing, quitting, etc.? Or is it just from the lawyer? They have, Dubba. They have, where this person who was in my house around my family phoned me, and I unfortunately thought it was someone else who was phoning me. And so I didn't record the phone call, but they phoned me and saying, you fired me, and I had to keep on saying to them, I didn't fire you. I never said the words fired. I never fired you. And they spent like a good minute trying to say that I fired them unfairly and shit. And I then, like, when they weren't getting what they want, they just put down the phone. Will you check the DMs now? Yes. Mutual separation. Okay, yeah. That's what I was offered with my previous employer. Yeah, that makes sense. An employer wants you... So, like, think about this from an employer standpoint. They don't want to have to deal with retrenchment or the idea that you might go to, like, the CCMA, or you might, like, accuse them of misconduct or whatever, or drag them through the law. They don't want to deal with that. They want to separate, they want to settle as quickly as possible, get you out the fucking way, get you on your way, and move on with life. It's a waste of time for them to do anything else. Now, by its nature, a mutual separation agreement has to be fair, right? It has to follow the rules and regulations. That's why, unfortunately, if they sign the mutual separation agreement, I still have to pay them out, despite what they've done to me and my family. But I just want them the fuck out of my life. That's all I want. Can you reduce their work job hours they do for you? No. That's set in contractual agreement, right? And I didn't do that, and I can't retroactively do that, Joe. They're not in this house anymore. They're not anywhere near them. I agree. Don't separate. Let the crazy bitch back in. No. Absolutely not. Not gonna let that shit anywhere near my family. Never in a million fucking years. I'm not having this person anywhere near my kid or my wife. Never. Ever in my life. You don't have a family, so you can be a crazy person. You can, like, leave shit unflushed in the toilet. You can shit on the rim of the bowl and then, like, just be like, clean it up. You can do that shit. But I've got a family to think about. If it was me, if it was just me, I already know what I would do. I already, did she steal anything? Wouldn't be surprised. Well, I've gone through my house looking for if anything was stolen and stuff. There are things that are missing directly that I'm very upset about. But, like, that again is apparently part of evidence stuff that I've had to catalog. And I cannot make a direct accusation unless I've got footage of that. And unfortunately, like a fucking dumbass, the way I set up the cameras in my house was like, it's on like a loop, right? So it records 24 hours, then deletes the previous 24 hours unless you hit save onto a hard drive. And so if nothing happened on a particular day, I didn't save it. Which was honestly was fucking stupid of me. I need to figure out how to stop that from happening. I need to save every single day where someone is, like, in the house. I shit on the rim of the bowl for free. Jesus. You're a fucking animal. Right, let's move on, though. Let's move on. Are you still paying them? Oh. Hold on. This I do need to check. Hold on, I need to open up. before I answer that question. So, man, I'm legally not obligated. I mean, I'm legally obligated to not discuss that matter since it is a directly affecting thing in a labor dispute of whether I am or am not paying this person who is not working in my house anymore. Unfortunately. So, yeah. Lawyer gave me a bullet point list of the things I'm not allowed to say. Very nice of him. Yeah, you can't do that. Unfortunately, Jarek Dan, you can't do that. That's like, you know, that's again a CCMA issue. All of that shit. I've learned so much about labor law that I never wanted to learn over this last week. Can you have a restraining order against him? Would that impact the work contract? Joe, you don't understand. They took out a restriction order against me first to try to make me look like the bad guy. Now if I go get a restriction order or a restraining order against them, now it seems like I'm doing a tit-for-tat thing. I had to go to a police station, give my case. I may have to plead my case in front of a fucking court of law as to why I'm not responsible for this. And why this is not my fucking problem. But unfortunately, I need to also wait until I'm served with a second set of papers about that. Co-stream of the courtroom. Why would I say? I wouldn't do that. They'll steal the camera right out of the waiting line. Holy shit. I was working paid for, so technically she didn't work. It doesn't matter, Dubba. Unfortunately, that doesn't matter. Contractual obligation, if someone's... if you've set someone a certain amount of hours... and like you ought to pay them on an hourly rate and they are working a certain amount of time within a month, that is set unless you log every single thing, like every single time they're going to do something unpaid, because there's paid and unpaid leave, right? And now me, like a trusting fucking dumbass, I didn't log every time she was like, hey, I'm sick, I need to go to the doctor. Hey, I need to go do this thing, so I'm not going to be here today. I didn't log that. I was just like, no, it's fine. I completely understand. Because she wasn't like critical to anything, right? It wasn't like we needed her to work.
Anyone
I was
else
doing her a
shitting
solid.
nonstop and you don't know why.
Anyone else? What the fuck? What's up, dog? Okay, that's not the most mentally ill thing I've heard. So this person currently is not allowed on my property, cannot turn up for work, cannot be anywhere, is currently in a state of suspension until this matter is resolved. That's it. Cleaner stole something. No, much worse. Cleaner that I trusted with a bunch of shit fucked me over. And you know what? The last thing I'm going to say on this before we move on, right? Yeah, you did. You got me. You got me, Doc. I'll give you that. The last thing I'll say on this is I don't actually give that much of a shit about anything that was stolen. I don't give a shit about all of this. I want this settled, and I'm just so fucking thankful that none of my dogs are dead and that my kid and my wife are fine. That's what actually matters in my head. Right? They are fine. Now, if I was alone, I would be a fucking crazy person. I would be a shit-flinging chimpanzee. I'd be dragging my balls across every surface in my house and then being like, clean it. I would invite this person back into my home to be like the worst. Like, you know that stream that one who Asian Andy does where he like goes into like squatters' houses and acts like a fucking asshole? That would literally be stream content for the next month. of me just being the worst employer on planet Earth. Which I'm saying for entertainment purposes. This is pure entertainment purposes, what I just said. So, let's move on. I need voice actors. I'm doing something insane. I'm doing something very experimental with my next video. I'm going to play you a short clip. I am taking a huge risk with this Dune video that I'm making. It's either going to be fantastic and 1,000 people are going to watch it, or it's going to be dog shit and 100 people are going to watch it. And I'm going to go through my list of criteria of all of this stuff. Yeah. Only certain people will understand this meme. There's only, like, you need to pay very close attention to understand this one. This one passed me by the first time. So. I'm going to give you some context as to what I'm doing. Let's see. I don't want to reveal because this is a mess. I haven't organized this. So, one of the first people I'm going to have to go out of my way to contact. And I don't even know if he's going to respond. That's the worst part. I don't know if he will even, like, go out of his way to descend from the heavens to give me 5 fucking seconds of his time. But I'm going to need to try. Where is it? So today we're going to be searching for some voice actors. Specifically within the, wait, hold on.
Why waste cash on voice actors when you got Moy, baby?
I don't know who Moy is, Joe. I'll tell you why. I'm not going to be wasting cash on voice actors, right? I cannot pay any of these people. With all this legal shit, you think I'm paying people? Fuck no. I've got free credits on an AI service, and I'm running a local AI that translates people's voices that I feed it.
Voice actor?
I'm paying them an exposure. All I'm looking for is to get their permission, because I do not have the money, the funding, the time to do this. If I could get these people to do it for free, I would love that. But I'm guessing that any one of these people in the MMORPG space are too fucking busy to do this, and I don't want to be the dickhead that pulls them off their schedule. So I'm going to show you this, right? As to the first person I got to DM and get his permission before this turns into a video that's posted on YouTube, right? But this is like what I'm talking about, the kind of style I'm going to be going for, right? There's a bunch of MMO jokes and shit I'm going to be putting into this. So, hold on. Please tell me this is going to play. Please tell me this is going to play. No, it's just the audio. Fuck that. Hold on. That's because I was fucking outputting podcasts earlier. Hold on. Where is it? We'll just do a standard. It don't matter. Well, you know what one doesn't make sense to me, Super? That one right there. The fucking water dog. And yes, I know the copy pasta, but it's disgusting. What is your day job now? Well, I work for a guy in cryptocurrency where he doesn't want me to work for him anymore. He wants to be like partners with me, where I do a 50-50 split on things with him. So like it's going to be like a business thing that has to do with a lot of cryptocurrency stuff. And the problem is I have to have adult conversations with people. Yeah, Keith finally got it. I have to have adult conversations with people about cryptocurrency, right? Because unfortunately the space is like full of scam artists and retards, And so like the second I'm like, I work in cryptocurrency. People are like, oh, so you're a scam artist. I can't have a conversation with a person like that. I just can't. So, here's a precursor of what I'm looking to do. Why I'm going to be getting a bunch of MMORPG voice actors, or trying to get their permission. I don't want their permission to use their voices like forever and whatever. It's literally just for one video. That's it. For one video, that's it. It's going to be, this is either going to suck as a video, or it's going to be okay. Here you go. Some context.
Hello, I'm Josh Dreyfus, and this is How to Do a Terrorism.
Please, Josh, just let Terra follow the 500 hours.
No, this one is too far gone. Best put him out of his misery.
You'll enjoy it, I swear.
You don't look like you've played Terra on a private server, so I suppose you'll have to do.
Wakey, wakey, new recruit. There are still surviving Terra players out there who survived that crash, and I need your help hunting them down. Tell you what, if you can make it out of that hole I so kindly dumped your body in when I thought you were dead.
So yeah, right? That's the roughest, like rough cut shit that I'm going to do. I might struggle to get Josh's sign off. I'll be very sad if I do, if I don't, but it's fine. I understand, right? I get it if no one wants to be involved. Josh is not currently aware of this. What I want to do is I'm going to make a full thing. Here, let me show you what I mean, okay? So I would love to get, like, you know, as many people who do MMORPG stuff and use their voices, if they would want to do the voice acting themselves, I would absolutely love that. That would be way better than using an AI. But I also understand that a lot of people are not for AI, and if they're not, that's okay, right? And here's the problem, right? Here, I'm gonna draw this out in paint so that this makes sense. I am currently working on this video. I need to have this video in a state where it's like 90% complete, right? So that I can go to someone like Josh, I can go to someone like Blue Squadron, and I can be like, hey, by the way, I really want to use your voice to do this one video. I just want your permission for this one video, explicitly for this one video. I'm not going to use it again unless I ask for your permission again. Nothing else, right? I want you to know that I've used your voice in this segment over here, in this segment over here. You show up again over here, right? I want to be able to send them all those clips so that they can sign off on it, and so that I'm not doing something that they feel is reputational damage towards them. Does that make sense? I don't want to be an asshole about this. I can't afford to pay these people to do voice acting. I wish I could. What if someone impersonated Josh? It's not going to have the same effect. Come on. We know it's not going to have the same effect. Now, I also need to do this and get this into a state of being 90% complete. Because let's say, completely understandably, someone like Josh is like, no, I'm not going to give you permission to use my voice in this video. How dare you, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, whatever. I completely understand. So what I'll then be able to do is I'll be able to chop this out, try and find someone else to do it, and then change out those jokes. So the joke I'm making with Josh Strife Hayes is that he exists in this world and all he cares about is murdering Terra. Because I don't know if anyone knows this, but the deep lore is that Josh killed Terra. Right? He's been accused of being the Terra murderer. Right? And anyone who knows Josh Strife Hayes will immediately recognize that and see the joke in it. Do you think your brand is something they would be comfortable associating with? No, and that's why I have to ask permission, Jarek Dan. That's why I have to ask permission. Because Blue Squadron's fine with it. Other people are fine with it. Maybe Pirate Software is available.
Maybe Pirate Software is available to do
no.
so.
No thanks. I'm not opening up that fucking can of worms with that animal. No. I dislike that man. No. So this is the thing, right? If they say no, I can't blame them. And then I will have to chop and change shit out. But I cannot blame them if they don't like the idea that I'm aiming at here. I can't blame them for that. That would be fucking insane for me to think like, you know, I could get away with that without like asking explicit permission. But I wanted to show you that clip so that you have some context as to what I'm doing. The video I'm going to do is very experimental. It's going to take me a while to do. People are probably not going to give a fuck about Dune by the time I get it out. But I want to do it. I'm actually playing the Terra Classic private server. Don't you worry, Moonstone. I do have some references to that in my script. That's a solid idea. It has potential in my opinion. Of course, if they say yes, best if they record it themselves though. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So like, here, let me show you my list of potential candidates.
Rose, brother, did you train your own model with PyTorch or something? Or did you use some service to clone those voices?
Fuck, I wish I could show you. I took
really
it off of the... Oh, fuck, I wish I could show you. I'm trying to think. I was using... Where is it? I did a malware scan and it may have picked it up as a malware scan. Where's this program? Hold on. So if you look at my last video, right? Let me see if I can find this thing. Oh, for fuck's sakes, don't hang now. I was using... No, this is not. This is... Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it. I haven't slept much. You might be able to tell. Where is it? I think I may have uninstalled it on this PC and then reinstalled it on this PC. It's been a while. The Josh Strife Hayes, I'm doing like a shitty version of it just off of 11 Labs, right? Because I've got some free credits to burn over there. No, I uninstalled it. I've showed the setup before. I've showed like the fucking process flow before. I'm forgetting its name now. Shit. But basically, like, if you think about it this way, right? If you go to this video. This video here. I use Blue Squadron's voice, right? In AI. I got its permission. I did all of that shit. No, I got a monster right here. We'll get there. Don't worry. So I got his permission, whatever the fuck else I needed to do. But I did the AI locally and it sounded too good. It sounded too close to actually being him, and I wanted people to be able to identify that it was an AI. So I like enshittified it a bit, took it back a few versions, and then used that. But honestly, I might just use my stream money that you animals give me for some fucking reason to just pay for 11 Labs, because 11 Labs does a pretty good job. And it's a lot easier than trying to set up a local model. Holy shit, that takes forever. And like one thing breaks and all of a sudden you're just getting screeching noises and it's like the AI's begging for death. Now you gotta put down an AI. Fuck, it's bad. So, if you have permission from the MMO guys, should I ask the VA guy? What do I tell him? I don't know who the VA guy is. What's up, Sniper Tigress? How dare you fucking do that, you animal? I will waste your money. I'm gonna waste your fucking money. Thank you so much. And what I learned recently is I'm gonna write that all off as an expense if I waste all of that on 11 Labs. So I might just do that. I appreciate it though. Thank you very much. You don't have to do that. None of you have to give me money. I appreciate it, but none of you have to give me money. The stream is free. So, what was my list of potential candidates? Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I just heard something. I'm gonna be right back.